Back in the Burns Arena for the last quarterfinal basketball game on the boys' side of the day. We still have 4 more girls' games coming up. It's Ridgeline and Green Canyon alongside Andy Griffin, Devin Dixon, and Kenny Cundy. And we are getting close to the starters and the tip. And just like we saw earlier today, guys, we had back-to-back Region 10 matchups head-to-head. Now we got a Region 11 matchup head-to-head between these two teams.
Yeah, you know, and obviously they know each other really well. The old adage about beating a team 3 times in 1 year and everything comes into play. I'm really fascinated to see Ridgeline. You know, they lost a game early in region, and then they like found themselves, and they really have played well the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Team, you know, their point guard, Caden Cox, he's definitely the engine that makes those guys go, and how
one
Caden
heck of a
goes.
quarterback too.
Yeah, definitely, and pretty good game I heard in that state final.
You know, Green Canyon did play, Snow Canyon, and did Snow Canyon beat them 65-52 back early in the season, and then Green Canyon also played Crimson Cliffs, and that was a 1-point win for the Wolves, and they played Dixie. Dixie got them by 11, so they actually, by coming down, I think it was that Coach Walk Classic, played a bunch of region teams, but didn't draw one here in the quarterfinals. They got to go through the best team from Region 11. If you go back to the regular season between these two teams, there was 2 matchups, obviously, and Green Canyon got smoked 51-37 at home in the first meeting, and then in the second meeting, it was 68-51. So they got a little bit more scoring going, but Ridgeline beat them twice. And of course, the adage, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. That's true some cases, but sometimes the team's just better than you. And Ridgeline on paper is the better team. Doesn't mean they're going to win, though.
Right, and sometimes the matchups just work out when you're playing different teams. You know, I think that Ridgeline's matchups against Green Canyon just a little bit better tonight.
Starters for the Wolves, Jared Anderson, Spencer Monahan. You've also got a couple other guys out there. Brady Smith starting, and I'm trying to catch all the numbers as see Coach Esplin saying hello to us here as Cedar exits the building. Tough loss for them. Andy, can you see the other number down there? 10, number 10, I believe. Is that Hunter Dixon? Or no, it's 11.
It's number 11.
Tanner Ty wears 11. And the big guy for Green Canyon, Dallas Day. So there's your Green Canyon starters. Ridgeline going with Will Booth and Caden Cox. And number 5, Peyton Knowles, Strat Simmons, and number 21. 12. Number 12. Why don't I have a 12 in my roster? We got to check on that.
And then number 20, the big fella down low.
Which is
Jackman.
Josh Jackman. Tip is controlled tip to Jackman. And we're underway here. 8 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Live stream today brought to you by Stephen Wade Auto. Cox will take a deep 3 and bury it. Caden Cox right out of the gate.
He was phenomenal last year in the state tournament, and just kind of a continuation. It's like he steps up his game when it's really on the line.
Yeah, that one was well beyond the 3-point arc, and a 3-0 Ridgeline lead. Left wing, Ty gives it up. On a dribble drive, backing down Caden Cox, now looking to pass it back out, gets it outside to Monahan. And then a left-hand little baby hook, that won't go from Brady Smith, and here comes Ridgeline. Riverhawks want to run. Step, stop, pop, and hit. Caden Cox 2 for 2 from downtown, 6-0 Ridgeline.
He's playing at another level, isn't he, Kendi?
You know what, and playing all those other sports, there's just, you know what I mean, not a lot of pressure for these kids. They're used to that kind of stuff, and easy to tell that he's fired and ready to go.
Ty gives it up, and backing it down is Day. Now he's going to try to pass out, and it's tipped, and Jackman comes away with it.
By the way, Cox now with 63 3-pointers this year. About 3 a game.
Yeah, he hasn't hesitated on those first 2. Trying to maybe get 5 or 6 today at this rate. Might take another one. He does from way downtown. It is good.
That was Jimmer range. That was way out there.
Caden Cox 9, Wolves 0.
Couldn't ask for a better start from the point guard leader for Ridgeline.
No question. Wolves need a bucket. Drive, and that one off the back iron, no good. Couldn't get it to go. That was Jared Anderson, and here comes Ridgeline again, up by 9-0. Caden Cox 3 triples. Wow. I'd find him again. He's going to pump fake, lob, alley-oop goes through Knowles' hands, but the Riverhawks get it back. There's a three from the other side of the floor, and nothing but the bottom. Jake Smith hits it.
Early timeout taken by Green Canyon right now. Tried to slow the pace down from Ridgeline.
Quick 30-second timeout. We'll take it. Unbelievable start. 12-0 Riverhawks. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Back inside the Burns Arena. Glad you're with us here.
So you're designing a game, Devin, and you say, all right, let's hit our first 4 threes and see what happens. That's pretty much the way you want it to go, right?
I don't know if Coach said that to the guys, but it worked out that way. Good coaching, right? He gets all the credit.
And 2 of those Cox threes were unreal. They were we're talking about 25, 27 feet.
Wolves took that 30-second timeout, try to get a good possession here. Get on the scoreboard. Hard drive, right-hand lane. That was pretty. Tanner Ty.
Boy, did they need that. Wow.
12-2 now.
Kenny, if you're running the scouting report on Cox, do you guard him out there? I mean, you shouldn't have to.
Well, you have to. And right now, Green Canyon playing a little bit of a zone. Now they've gone into man-to-man, probably for that exact reason. They just got to get a little bit more pressure up on Cox and the other Ridgeline players to keep them from shooting those open threes.
Nice little cut and scoring it in traffic and one. And a good cutting pass to Peyton Knowles, who fights through the contact and gets it to go.
Yeah, Knowles is probably one of their more athletic players. Does a great job slashing to the basket, plays above the rim. Good finisher.
Knowles is 6'6", so he's got some length. Knowles.
Good body control, too, on that. He got pushed, was still able to reach around and lay that thing in. It's already 15-2.
Yeah, great start for the Riverhawks. All of them have been three-point plays after that and one. Wolves kick out, hard drive, and kick it back out. Nothing there for Ty. Give it up, back over to Monahan. And now the Wolves very patient. Hard drive, right hand finish from the left side, and a beautiful bucket made by Brady Smith, his first points of the game. 15-4 now. We approached halfway through the first quarter. Inside, Jackman backing his way, pump fake, and missed a little short one. That was a good look.
Good defense right there from Green Canyon.
And now the shot up from the corner, and now he passed on the shot. Hard drive, actually good decision, but he couldn't finish. Tanner Ty had a pretty good baseline drive going.
Well, that's how you get back in the game, is get easy shots, but of course you got to make them too.
Jackman looking inside, lobs it high. Knowles trying to catch it in traffic. It's deflected, and here come the Wolves. Down by 11. Nice little unselfish pass. Ty gets it to go. Probably should have been a goaltend there, but it went in anyway, so it don't matter.
And following that timeout, Green Canyon switched into man-to-man defense, and the pressure has made a little bit of a difference, clawing their way back.
Well, and plus you don't leave Cox open out there, even at 27 feet.
Right.
15-6. Riverhawks want more. Peyton Knowles too easy getting down in the lane and scoring it. He's got a quick 5. And there's a quick 3 at the other end, out of the hand of Anderson. And here come the Riverhawks. Racing ahead is Smith. And Jake Smith all the way to the rack and scores it. And nearly a steal by Will Booth, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah, coaches are going to tell you in a game like this, there's no such thing as an 8-9 point shot. So those quick threes coming down for Green Canyon, you'd like to hit those, but quick threes, rebound, that's a good way to dig yourself a little bit deeper hole. Got to have a little more patience offensively.
Yeah, it's a good shot if it goes, but if it doesn't, Jake Smith says, whoop, coast-to-coast lay-in, I'll take it.
Yep.
13-point lead, largest of the game. Couldn't have scripted a hotter start. And the offensive Ridgeline compared to the start we saw the last game, we've seen a lot more scoring here in the first quarter. There's another three way off the mark. And that was Ben Elston. And here come the Riverhawks. Caden Cox will push it ahead. Smith shaking a bacon, but hits Booth. Booth, pump fake. Now back to Knowles. And they say Knowles shuffle defeat, travel.
Caden Cox, I don't know about how this genetics thing works, but kid was the best player in football this year. Arguably the best, or one of the best players in basketball this year in the 4A ranks. Certainly the leading scorer for Ridgeline. Did you know that he passed for 3,774 yards this year and 55 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Unreal, with 2 interceptions.
And Noah White, one of his teammates playing basketball too, was a stud running back.
Rushed for 2,000 yards. Yep. Ridgeline went undefeated in football.
Mm-hmm. Did Cox sign on signing day? Did he commit to the hometown team? Utah? I didn't catch that. I'll have to find out and check on that.
I'd find a spot for him if it was me.
Yeah, no question. A tip, save off of Green Canyon, back to the Riverhawks.
Good defensive hustle right there by the big fella.
Ridgeline has been one of the favorites in 4A with Dixie, Snow Canyon, and Skyview. Top 4 seeds, kind of considered the favorites. Brackets kind of went chalk today so far. Ridgeline comes in as the 3 seed. Cox passes on a 3, goes to a little runner, and he got it. Caden Cox has 11, first 2-point field goal.
Tell the kid's athletic. What body control at the rim right there.
Falling to his left, he squares up his shoulders and banks it to the right.
Big time block by Jackman, but they say coming down into a foul there. Up high, that block looked pretty clean, but little body.
Worth mentioning, Strat Simmons, another starter on this Ridgeline team, had 68 catches for over 1,100 yards receiving this year in football. Had a dream season in football.
Anderson, free throws good. And one more coming. And that one's good as well. Green Canyon trying to shake off this slow start.
A little full court press maybe. Try to change things up a bit. 2-1-2.
21-8. And timeout Riverhawks. It's just a 30-second timeout. We'll take it. Message from our great partners helping you out on the live stream watching 4A State basketball. We'll be right back.
Are you unsure about your flooring and window covering projects? Look no further than the experts at Brent's Interiors. Brent's Interiors has been inspiring the people of St. George and surrounding areas with our beautiful showroom full of flooring and window coverings. Our incredible design team can help educate you on all the newest design, styles, and color options. Brent's Interiors, just another reason friends send friends to Brent's Interiors, a Flooring America dealer. Visit Brent'sInteriorsFlooringAmerica.com.
And we're back here inside the Burns Arena, campus Dixie State University. Going through the name change, though. It'll be official July 1. They'll be Utah Tech Trailblazers. Nice thing is you just got to change the baseline Dixie State out. Everything else on the floor will just stay the same. That Blazer emblem, Trailblazers, WAC logo in the key.
Well, there's a big D in the center. You're probably going to get rid of, huh?
Yeah, might have to redo that. Oh, that's right. I didn't even notice that. Bison head kind of hides most of it. Some of the early logo stuff I saw of the Utah Tech looks pretty cool. Obviously, kind of split on people's stance on that. Backing his way down, defender tries to sell the charge, no call, and Jackman says easy bucket, thank you very much.
Cracking down on flops this year. No flop warning in high school yet, but that looked like a flop.
48 seconds left here in the first quarter, 23-8. Live stream brought to you by Stephen Wade Auto. Devin Dixon, Andy Griffin, Kenny Cundy hanging out here at the Burns Arena. 4 girls games in the quarters coming up next. Got some interesting matchups we'll talk about at the half, but still looks like Green Canyon down big here, guys. Just going to hold for one.
What do you guys think? Down 15, holding for a shot. I know you don't want the other team to score again.
Shot clock can't get here fast enough if you ask me.
No kidding.
We saw it in the Dixie Cedar game. I mean, we saw both teams, holding it for a minute at a time. That won't happen next year. And there's a block, good block, no call, and a leap and leaner to beat the buzzer, just short-armed, no good. And we played 23-8, Ridgeline flexing their muscles over Region 11 counterpart Green Canyon. We'll be back here in just a second. A message from our great local partners.
This is Dr. Burke from Burke & Beckstrom Orthodontics. Did you know that you don't need a referral from your dentist to visit us? That's right. We offer complimentary consultations with no strings attached, no pressure, and no referral needed. We are often asked, what is the best age for me to take my child in to see you? We are in agreement with the American Association of Orthodontists and want to do the first orthodontic consultation at age 7. This will ensure that growth and development are normal and allow for preventive or corrective treatment to ensure that a small problem at a young age does not become a bigger problem later on. Give us a call or visit us online at burkeandbeckstromortho.com and learn how we can help you and your family smile forward.
Hey, Brandon Burke, one of our great streaming sponsors, former Dixie State sharpshooter, played for the team back in the day. You remember him, right, Kenny?
I don't remember Burke.
No?
Could fill it up.
Right. It was right after like the Marcus Banks and Keon Clark run there in the late 90s, early 2000s. I can't remember exactly what year he played here. He was here for 2 seasons.
Before Juddy got here.
Yeah, I think it was Kidder.
And the assistant coach was a guy by the name of Ryan Burke.
Yeah.
Who still lives here in town.
30 seconds into the second quarter, good defense applied. Defender falls down, the cutting bucket goes. That was a tough shot, and Brady Smith got the finger roll.
Green Canyon doing a pretty good job getting to the basket.
Well, Kenny knows this too. If you're down big, you've got to get easy buckets. That's the only way you get back in the game because three-pointers, it's just not a high percentage. You got to get those easy buckets and then make them.
Knowles deep three, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Riverhawks, back to the Wolves.
And one problem with relying on the deep ball, and I know Cox did a great job early on in hitting those, but if you start living and dying by those, eventually you're probably going to die by those.
Yeah, percentages tend to even themselves out as games move along.
Wolves trying to claw their way back into this thing after that slow start and a hot start from the Riverhawks, and now still, guess who? Oh, it's not Cox.
It's his brother.
It's his little brother. It is a Cox.
Wait, there's another Cox? Oh, we're all in trouble, aren't we?
Yeah, he's a pretty good little player. I remember coaching against him in some of the JV games at the tournaments early in the year. He's a good ball player.
Carson Cox.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of made his way into the lineup as the season's progressed. Didn't use him a ton early, but they are now.
I want to know if he plays quarterback. They need one.
True.
I have a feeling he's probably pretty good at it.
Just trying to check the numbers on Carson. 32% from three, 63% from the free throw line this year. He's 28 of 75 from the field, so he scored it a little bit. A rotation guy. 25-10.
When they went shopping, got the same shoe store, with bright green shoes. I would have thought, if your older brother has green shoes, don't you want something different, like purple or something, Kenny?
Yeah, I don't know. Tell them apart a little bit, maybe?
They do match the Ridgeline color scheme, but...
They do indeed. And the way they look kind of similar right there, maybe the guy is a quarterback.
Mom and Dad are like, man, we don't want to go shopping twice. Let's just buy him the same shoes. Are those the Dons? What are those, Nikes?
They are Nikes.
Nikes.
I can't tell what...
those are not Adidas.
No.
A nice little pass to Knowles. Pump fake score at Peyton Knowles.
Good balance in there at the paint.
You're tight end on the football team. Obviously big guy on a basketball team.
Kind of rare that you'd see a team win state in football and a team got a really good chance in basketball. Obviously, there's some other teams still have something to say about that, but that's what Ridgeline is trying to do, and there's a lot of dual athletes that play both sports on this team.
Yeah, for me, Devin, those dual sport athletes, those are the ones that kind of keep the nerves settled and help you really dial in state championship type games.
Yeah, we saw Bronson Barbin for Dixie earlier. We saw, Will Warner for Snow Canyon, some of these guys that play football and play basketball.
Yeah, when you're being competitive, highly competitive in other sports, that just carries over and helps the teammates that they're playing with.
High running shot. It looked like he tried to bank it, but it was offline, out of the hand of Brady Smith. And here comes Ridgeline up by 17. Quick trigger on the release from the corner pocket, and down it goes. And Green Canyon wants another timeout. Huge corner three by Strat Simmons. His first points of the half.
Wide receiver, 1,100 yards receiving this year. Bunch of touchdowns. I believe he holds the all-time Ridgeline record for receiving yards.
Wow, there you go.
And hit a three, too.
That half the points right now coming from behind that arc, Andy. 5 threes so far for Ridgeline.
You got it made with Stephen Wade, largest selection used cars just off I-15 on Mall Drive. Appreciate them helping us out on the live stream. Got some other sponsors to thank: InfoWest, Stonecliff, Adams Wealth, Down East, Tonnequin, Brent's Interior, Nets on Fire, Beckstrom Orthodontics, Johnson Pediatrics, Snow Jensen and Reese, Whitworth Hospitality, State Bank of Southern Utah, Holbrook Asphalt, TDS, the Fry Team, Blair and Blake Fry Team Real Estate, Cachet AWP, Pizza Factory, Reach Higher, Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Some of our great sponsors helping us on the live stream today at the 4A State Basketball Tournament. Back to live action out of the timeout. And Ridgeline's going to jump into a full court press, and Cox almost got the steal, but instead he gets the foul.
Last time Ridgeline lost a basketball game was January 14th. Here we are, February 21st or something like that? They lost to Skyview 71-63. Haven't lost since then, and almost ran the table in Region 11.
Just that loss, right?
Just that one loss, yep.
Of course, kind of similar to what Snow Canyon did down here in Region 10, just that one loss, right?
We had two
region losses.
Yeah.
That's right. Dixie.
Lost at Cedar.
And Cedar.
And then lost to Dixie.
Yep.
Second half.
Of course, they just played each other, and Dixie in a defensive war beats Cedar. So the winner of this game will play the Dixie Flyers tomorrow night back here at the Burns Arena. Caden Cox, what can't he do? He's got the runner teardrop off the window.
Has he missed in this game?
That's good screens right there from his teammates, and I don't know if he has. He might have missed. No, I don't think he's missed the layups either.
I think he's 5 for 5.
Yeah.
No, didn't he miss 1 3? Did he do a heat check 3? I don't think he's missed.
I don't think he threw a heat checker.
I don't think he missed. He's too smart to do a heat check, isn't he? If anybody gets one right now, it's Caden Cox. He deserves a heat check.
For sure.
He can hit it from half court if he wants. I'd like to see it. Outside Wolves down big. 32-10 here. 4:20 left in the first half. And an offensive foul called going against the Wolves.
Can't have those kind of mistakes.
Kenny, you're a longtime coach. Fortunately, had a lot of success in your career as a coach, but I know you've probably had a game or two where you're down 20 points in the first half, or maybe in soccer you're down 3 or 4 goals. What do you tell your kids now as you try to get their brains back to engage and get back to what you do?
Biggest thing you got to do is you got to try to chunk the games into little tiny pieces. 3-minute segments, 4-minute segments, and go win those 4 minutes.
Juddy does that. Coach of the Blazers as good as anybody.
Yeah,
always talking about that.
And they had a huge win the other night over UVU.
Steal and a bucket by Spencer Monahan. And his first points of the game on some thievery. And it's down to a 20-point lead for the Riverhawks. Dixie just came back. They were down, 12 at the half?
Yeah. 21-9.
21-9.
And came back and won by 7. So you're never out of it till you're out of it. This is a big hill to climb, though, down 20. But if they can get it down, guys, if Green Canyon can go on a little 6-0, 8-0 run, get this down around 10 or 12 at the half, then you feel like you're in a decent position.
Problem is you give up size, and you've got the great shooting of Cox.
Yep. And that was Carson Cox. And he misses the 3. Here comes the Wolves. On the dribble drive, it was Brady Smith. And now they'll reset up top. Get it over to Ty. Ty will give it up. Anderson trying to get all the way to the rack. And he's trying to get the English right on a reverse. And it goes up off the standard, but it's a whistle and a foul.
That's where you feel the contact. All right, I'm going to get a call here. Let's throw it up there and see what happens. Didn't get a roll on that one. Actually, it went over the backboard, I think.
Getting to the free throw line, though, Andy. Good way to claw back into games. Can score some points without the clock moving. And like you said, got to get to the basket and get the easy ones.
Free throw good by Anderson. All 3 of his points so far have come from the line. Doesn't have a field goal yet. And finally missed one. 3 for 4. He's got 3. Cox quickly ahead. All the way up, off the window, and in. Caden Cox is perfect.
Just good balance.
Yeah, he had a little angle, shoulder angle, and went all the way in. He said, look, at the very worst, I'm going to get fouled, but even better than that, body control in the basket.
Well, you know, when you hit a couple of those threes, now they're expecting you almost to keep shooting them, and then boom, he's got a quick first step. He's just blowing by people, getting all the way to the rim now. It's just smart basketball.
Yeah, really.
Mid-range jumper from the baseline. That's good. Beautiful shot there by Brady Smith.
Yeah, great shot, but now it's about stops. They've got to get stops. The only chance they have in this game is if they can slow Ridgeline down a little bit offensively.
Yeah, down 20, you can't be trading buckets.
Inside stripped out of the hands of Peyton Knowles, but it'll stay with the Riverhawks. 34-15. We got 2:46 left here in the first half. Coming up, we'll have the InfoWest halftime show. Get you all the stats, update you on the brackets, and really dive into the upcoming girls' quarterfinal games that will be coming up, and we'll have them all here on the live stream for you. Ball was lost. Carson Cox trying to get it back, can't.
One of the stops we were talking about, Andy, right there.
Yeah. Carson seems to be a little longer than his brother Caden. A little taller, a little lankier, maybe even wiry.
Smith will back it back out. Trying to do what you said earlier, Coach. Maybe get a really solid possession here. Get a high percentage shot. Nice little pass, but didn't want to shoot it. Tanner Tye was pretty open. Could have took a 15-footer, but back outside. He'll take the 3 instead. Hey, why settle for 2 if you're open when you can hit the 3? Brady Smith is all of a sudden catching fire, guys. He's got 9 to pace the Wolves. Nice hard drive, but he missed it. Left it short. That was out of the hand of Jake Smith, and here come the Wolves. Down by 17, trying to draw closer. Ty lost his balance, whips it out. Actually, good catch by Mon. I believe it's the pronunciation on that. I didn't check on that. Is that how you say that, Andy?
Mon, yep.
Spencer Mon. And turnaround Jay. That won't go by Smith. And a bump foul on Caden Cox once he grabbed the rebound.
Yeah, frustration, missed a shot. It's one you probably make 9 out of 10 times in practice. Couldn't get it to go, and then you just go over the back and foul. But they got stops. They got a big shot, made a 3-pointer, and then, something like that happens.
Yeah, last 2 minutes have been pretty good. A couple of stops defensively, some pretty good patience offensively. Chipping away at that lead.
And trying to, get a little pressure defense, but it's broke down. And Cox, good shot, but he missed it. Put back from the weak side, that won't go. Put back again, that won't go. And the third time, yes, sir, and a foul.
He was waiting for somebody to hit him before he made it, after missing a couple of layups there. You hit me, I'll put it in.
Jackman at 2 and 1 opportunity. He's got 4. And he's padding his rebounding stats, huh, guys?
He's doing that for sure, and I'm telling you what, nobody on Green Canyon tall enough to compete with him on those long, high rebounds right there.
That will be different with Dixie if they can win this game, because you got Kean Webb and Kyle Lemke that offer some really good size, and then Skyview and Snow Canyon both have some size. If this Ridgeline team can get to the final, you got to deal with a guy like Lyman Simmons from the Warriors, and Skyview's got Logan Dill.
Yep.
Some good big men here in the 4A tournament.
Sure.
I feel like,
you love the big men.
Yeah, somebody said to me earlier this year, they said, it's kind of a down year for 4A basketball. And I said, maybe the guards aren't as good this year, but we have a lot of really good big men throughout the state of Utah.
And there's a quick trigger 3, right on line, but short, skipped over the rim, and here comes Caden Cox. Just 50 seconds left in the half. Smith drives through the middle, goes down towards the corner, now looking for help, lost the dribble, gets it to Knowles. And a steal. Here come the Wolves. That was Dylan Davis just getting some minutes here in this first half, and he gets a little takeaway.
They might play for 1 here with 30 seconds to go.
Yep. Could do it. Outside is Stewart, and it's a turnover.
Transition 3, no.
Hard drive, attacking the rim. Beautiful finish. Jake Smith, he's got 7.
Aggressive take to the basket for Smith right there.
Mid-range Jay, no offensive rebound, just swatted away. And 2 seconds, 1. Cox will stop, pop, and that's the only miss of the half, and that was trying to beat the horn, guys.
He rushed it, yep.
At the half, Ridgeline opens up a big, impressive 39-18 lead over Green Canyon. Take an extended timeout. Message from some of our great sponsors, bringing you the live stream from the Burns Arena in the 4A State Basketball Playoffs. InfoWest halftime show coming up when we come back.
Okay, you're all set.
Wow, that was easy.
Man, I'm having a hard time working. I know, this Monday's killing me. Monday already? Man, what got into that guy?
Oh, he got high-speed internet from InfoWest.
Really?
It's making us look bad.
InfoWest, the internet people.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Communities are built
One connection at a time.
Lives are changed
one moment at a time.
At TDS, we believe in the power of people. We believe in the power of community.
We believe in the power of connection.
So far, over 1,000 employees
have given over 16,000 hours of time
to over 1,000 organizations.
And we're just getting started.
Because we believe the power of doing good together
powers better tomorrows for us all.
Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see adamswealthadvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
This is Dr. Burke from Burke & Beckstrom Orthodontics. Did you know that you don't need a referral from your dentist to visit us? That's right. We offer complimentary consultations with no strings attached, no pressure, and no referral needed. We are often asked, what is the best age for me to take my child in to see you? We are in agreement with the American Association of Orthodontists and want to do the first orthodontic consultation at age 7. This will ensure that growth and development are normal and allow for preventive or corrective treatment to ensure that a small problem at a young age does not become a bigger problem later on. Give us a call or visit us online at birkenbeckstromortho.com and learn how we can help you and your family smile forward.
Hey, welcome back. 4A state quarterfinals. Happy President's Day Monday. Devin Dixon, Andy Griffin, and it's a big lead for the Riverhawks at the half, 39-18, and it was Caden Cox early and often. 11 in the first quarter, 4 more in the second quarter. You feel like he could have had 20 if he would have wanted to keep shooting, but pretty unselfish and got some teammates involved.
Look at this one here, way out there. That college 3 line is 21 feet. He was about 6-7 feet beyond that.
Yep.
Then he got a little help. It wasn't just Cox.
No, nice little 3 from Jake Smith there. Had 7 points in the first half. Knowles had 7. Jackman had 4. But Cox leads all scores with 14. Carson Cox, little brother, came in and made a couple free throws. There you see a nice little Knowles and 1. Wolves were led by Brady Smith getting to the rim and finishing with the right hand from the left side. Ty had 4. Anderson had 3. And Spencer Mon had just 2. Obviously only 18 points. Riverhawks were getting it done at both ends, weren't they, AG?
Yeah. See such great body control by all their players. Obviously well coached. Ridgeline High School is, they're number 3 seed in the state tournament behind Snow Canyon and Dixie, and right now on their way to the semifinals. Was Cox. What a great shot here.
And very well probably could have been the 1 seed, but I think Region 11 just a little bit. Some of the bottom teams didn't get as many wins, so they didn't get as much help in the RPI from the Mountain Crests and the Logans, unfortunately. Whereas, Snow Canyon, when they're beating the Crimsons and the Dixies and even the Desert Hills and Cedars, they were getting a little bit more of a rating point in that RPI because their strength of schedule was a little bit tougher.
It looks like we're going to have, it looks like it's obviously a Region 11 team's going to win here. We're going to have 2 Region 10 teams, 2 Region 11 teams in the state semifinals. I think right now that's the question in 4A, where we're down to 13 teams in 2 regions. Then you start going, which region is better? Is it Region 10, Region 11? Which team has a stronger overall outlook? I think top to bottom, Region 10 is a little better.
Yeah.
But the very top, I don't know about.
Pretty even.
Yeah.
We're going to settle it tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yes, we are.
It looks like. And going to be a lot of fun. 39-18 at the half. Devin Dixon, Andy Thompson. You're watching some highlights from the first half, brought to you by Down East. And our stream title sponsor, Stephen Wade. Huge selection of used cars. You got it made at Stephen Wade. And we're at the Burns Arena, Dixie State University. Let's take a quick 60-second timeout. When we come back, Andy, we'll get your second half adjustments and get you ready for more of Ridgeline Green Canyon here from the 4A State Basketball Tournament. Stay with us.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Are you unsure about your flooring and window covering projects? Look no further than the experts at Brent's Interiors. Brent's Interiors has been inspiring the people of St. George and surrounding areas with our beautiful showroom full of flooring and window coverings. Our incredible design team can help educate you on all the newest designs, styles, and color options. Brent's Interiors, just another reason friends send friends to Brent's Interiors, a Flooring America dealer. Visit Brent'sInteriorsFlooringAmerica.com.
At the half, 39-18, Devin and Andy. We'll get Andy's second half adjustments in just a second here inside our InfoWest halftime show. But first, here's the girls' games coming up in the evening wave from the 4A quarterfinals, day 1 from the Burns Arena.
Yeah, it's kind of tradition. The boys go early on day 1, girls go late, and then they swap places, and it's the girls early on day 2, boys early late on day 2. So we have still 4 girls basketball games coming up, all streaming right here. As you could join us again, we've got Green Canyon and Snow Canyon. We've got Ridgeline, Dixie, Desert Hills, Hurricane, and Skyview Mountain Crest. That's actually in inverse order. Skyview Mountain Crest is first, and then the late game is Snow Canyon, Green Canyon.
Yeah, no question. Olivia Hamlin, I can't wait to see her in the state tournament. She's just a freshman. I think she's 3rd in the entire state or 4th in the entire state in scoring.
She's already being recruited by like such
big
luminaries like Stanford. Tara Vanderveer.
He's talking about every big Division I school. No question about it. All right, let's talk second half adjustments here for Green Canyon. Andy, they got to do it at both ends. They got to play a perfect half to come back in this game.
Okay, now I'm a list guy, Devin, and so what I do, I go in the locker room, and they always have a chalkboard or a whiteboard up there, and I make a list, and I say, look, by 4 minutes in the third quarter, our list, our checkoff thing, our goal as for Green Canyon is we got to get it under 15. Right now it's 21. Okay, 4 minutes to get it under 15. And then by the end of the third quarter, your second item on your list, get it down to 11 or 10 points. That's the only way you can come back in this Green Canyon. Start checking out the list, have some milestones that you can pass.
Yeah, Ridgeline wants to keep, finding a variety of scores. Nobody hotter in that first half than Caden Cox. He was hitting them from deep as he had 14 points. Jackman will start the game offensively with the baseline jumper, no good. Here come the Wolves. Anderson gives it up to Smith. Now drop it down inside to the big guy, Day. Back to Smith, looking for a cutter, not there. Day in the corner. Now reset it back out top. Brady Smith. He led the way with 9 Wolf first half points. Day on a catch, cross-court skip, patient possession here. And now they got Anderson trying to create on a drive, all the way in and scores it.
Good job with the left hand. He tries to go right hand, big guy swats that out of there.
Green Canyon only scored 8 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter. They'd love to get a big scoring quarter here. Try to make up some ground. They're down 19. Will Booth going to play football at Utah State. So would Noah White. And a shot from Jackman won't go. We found out Caden Cox did not commit to Utah State. In fact, he hasn't committed anywhere. He's getting recruited by some basketball teams in the state.
I'm telling you, if I have a spot, I'd make a spot on my football team for a guy like Caden Cox.
Yeah.
55 touchdowns, 2 interceptions all year long. 2.
Sensational. Yeah.
Undefeated football team. Yeah, he had a great running back, but if they're going to put 8 in the box, your quarterback's got to be able to throw the football, and Cox was spectacular this year.
I just called the one state championship game, and you were there too, and I was so impressed with Caden Cox's decision-making. I'm impressed with his basketball IQ and scoring ability. There's Smith picking up where he left off.
Cox pushing hard on the sideline there, gets bumped. But see, now you're starting to go, okay, you know what, we can do this. You get your little check mark, and you go, okay, we're down to 17. We can outscore them by just 2 points now over the next 2.5 minutes. And it's down under 15. Then we start thinking, this is doable. This is possible.
Green Canyon was 14-9, 7-3. They were actually second in their region, even though they got a little lower seed than Skyview did for the state tournament, the 6th seed. Wraparound pass, Cox takes a shot, no foul, and it's turnover. Knowles with the bump, no call. They play on. Smith right down the lane, right-hand lane, no. Good move, just didn't finish.
They're letting them play, aren't they?
For sure.
Both sides got fouled in the last 20 seconds, didn't call anything.
Hard drive by Knowles. He gets fouled hard, and there's the whistle. And now a little extracurricular.
Didn't like the hard foul. We saw this for BYU fans in the BYU game the other day. Hard foul, almost a fight.
I saw it in the Michigan-Wisconsin game between the coaches.
Yeah, Juwan Howard, huh?
Yeah,
he's not really a coach. He's just a former player who.
Yeah, but he's. This 4th game in a row for me. I haven't checked the headlines, but I got to believe he's going to get a 3, 4, 5 game suspension out of that. They have 5 games left in the regular season. I would think maybe they would suspend him for the rest of the regular season.
I saw some stories out today on social media that they should fire him. Not even think about it. Just get rid of him.
I don't know. He was not very apologetic, though, in the post game. Neither coach. They were both kind of just telling their side of the story. Neither apologized for what happened.
Well, how do you feel about a coach calling a timeout with a few seconds left in a big lead? I remember once it happened, CSI and Dixie, when Dixie was a junior college, and the CSI coach up 6 called a timeout with 5 seconds left just to run a set play and try to get one more basket.
And Knowles missing the second.
I don't like it.
No, but
Poor sportsmanship.
But then Juwan Howard puts the press on because he didn't like the timeout. And then it escalated from there towards it wasn't really a punch. It was like an open-faced push slap. Kind of what do you call that, a mush?
A mush.
And he mushed him.
He mushed him. Juwan Howard.
So the technical free throw split, now Riverhawks basketball, and a nice little cut, and there's Will Booth scoring it. First points of the game for Will.
Great job by the big guy. He says, you know what, you're going to double me. My guy's going to cut. We're going to get an easy basket.
42-22, back up to a 20-point advantage for Ridgeline. Inside, block party at Peyton Knowles' house.
It's kind of the ultimate right there. You pushed me, you fouled me hard. Guess what? I'm going to do that within the bounds of the rules.
A lot of coaches don't love the block. It gets the crowd going, but 9 out of 10 times it goes out of bounds like that, and the other team keeps the possession anyway.
But the fans love it.
Yep.
And if you can get the crowd involved, it's like a dunk. Dunk's only worth 2 points, but you get the fans fired up, it changes things.
Still a pretty good crowd on hand here in St. George. Not a region team playing in this one. A lot of people sticking around. And Will Booth fouled, hit across the head. He'll head to the line. Shot wouldn't go.
I would not want to shoot a contested layup right now in this game because both teams show they're willing to commit a foul. Like right here, he knew he was going to get hit. Ooh, he got hit right in the face.
Yeah, it's physical. Green Canyon up there, North Logan. Ridgeline in Millville, right?
South of Logan. Yep. Southwest? Southeast.
And to the line, Will Booth. And free throw spins out, no good.
We had a few years back, we had a third place game between, I think it was Dixie and Pineview at Ridgeline. When the state, remember that year at the state tournament was, well, I know you remember because you spun your car out in Sardine.
Yep.
But yeah, third place game, and nobody wanted to be there. No offense to Ridgeline, but neither of those teams, they thought they were going to be state champs. They had to play a third place game. That was a tough game.
Yeah.
That was tough.
And with only 13 teams in the 4A classification, not much need for a double elimination tournament, right? I mean,
no.
1 out of 13 teams going to win it anyway.
Although it is a long way to drive to be one and done
it
from
is.
Logan to here.
Yeah, there's a nice little jumper. First bucket of the second half for Spencer Mon. He's got 4. 43-25.
Here comes the press again.
Ridgeline has it tipped and stolen.
That's why you press. Try to get a turnover.
Mon Land got it.
16-point game again. You got about 30 seconds left in this 4-minute period. Wouldn't let that guy shoot, though.
Cox thought about the 3. Goes to Jackman, and he is fouled. Jackman is...
Touching the replay on this one. If Cox would have had one more maybe split second, that would have been up in there, probably in the net. But good defense by Green Canyon.
Jackman is 6'10", the senior, 215 pounds. But he's going to hoist a straightaway 3 on the inbounds, back iron, rebound Wolves.
Former Dixie State player, Dixie College player, Jason Jackman. I don't know if there's any relation. Love to shoot the outside shot.
Block again. This one stays in bounds. Here come the Riverhawks. Knowles to the corner. Jackman going to take another 3. Missed it. Rebound Knowles. Whips back out to Cox. Cox on a drive all the way in and missed it. Rebound put back. That won't go, but a whistle and foul.
That was probably Cox's easiest shot all game, and he missed it.
But little brother, sophomore Carson Cox gets the foul, and he'll head to the line. Cox, little sophomore shooting guard, good little rhythm, and he makes the first free throw. And the sophomore averages 5 points per game off the bench, boosts 4.2. Knowles and Cox, Caden Cox, that is, 15.2 for Cox, 14.3 for Knowles, and then Jackman averages 11.5.
Game we just did, sophomores were a big part of Dixie High's win. Lemke and Roberts.
So I looked down. Did he miss the second?
Made it.
Made them both?
Yep.
He's got 4. Wolves down 18. Time. Back to Smith. Smith, a little hesitation, working on Caden Cox. Tries to kick it to the corner, but his teammate, Anderson, had popped back out to the wing, and he goes into the cheerleaders.
Turnover big, but also the fact that that Ridgeline is forcing Green Canyon to use a lot of time, even when they do score, is monumental in this game, because when you've got a big lead like this, sometimes your best ally is the clock, and if you can, even if they score, if you can force them to use a minute to score, you're going to win.
Trap, Knowles, no problem. Over to Cox. Cox going to drive. And a block foul. Shot won't go, but Caden Cox will shoot free throws.
Wily veteran. Faked the 3, drove, and then kept the body control. As you see here on the replay, lots of body control here. Jumped sideways, knew his guy wasn't there in time. No circle in high school. It doesn't, you can camp under the basket, but it didn't matter. He knew the guy was moving.
Free throw from Cox, pure. Cox, not only does he score 15 a game, 3 rebounds a game, 2.7 assists.
I remember watching the Crimson Cliffs Ridgeline football game. This was like state quarterfinals. And Crimson gave him a pretty good run, but it was one of those deals like playing Madden. You have to score every time because you know the computer's going to score. And poor Crimson, they scored a lot, but they could not stop Ridgeline and Caden Cox.
Caden Cox shoots 42% from the three-point line, 46 from 2, and 82 from the free throw line. Those are shooting percentage numbers coming into this game today. Really good shooter. He's only missed 1 shot, Andy. And now a whistle and a foul after a steal. Knowles gets hit across the face. And that is already going to put them into the 1-1.
Wow, we played, 5 minutes, 15 seconds, and they're already 17 fouls. Meanwhile, Ridgeline has 0.
Yep.
Nada. State semifinal, boys, at Skyview Snow Canyon tomorrow, 6 o'clock. And the winner of this game will take on Dixie following that game, around 7:40-ish.
And based on this score, with this 21-point lead, and Knowles has 1 more free throw after making the first, looks like it's going to be 1-4 and 2-3, doesn't it?
Yep. What'd you call it? Chalk?
Going chalk.
Going chalk.
And free throw good by Peyton Knowles. Knowles, 10 points already. That shot from the outside won't fall. Cox rebound. Keeps his dribble alive and jogs it across half court. 49-27. Ridgeline. Knowles, they're almost daring him to shoot it. He thought about it. Instead, he'll give it up. Strat, get it back to Cox. Now Strat going inside.
Yep.
And Knowles laying, got it.
Yeah, they had a switch on the screen, and that left Knowles with a smaller defender, about a foot smaller defender. They made the smart move and got it into him.
Wolves down 51-27. 2 minutes left, third quarter. Live stream brought to you by Stephen Wade Auto Center. Steal. Here comes Cox. Kick out to his brother. He'll hoist the 3 and hit it. Down it goes. Big time 3. His 4th 3 of the game.
Last year up north, he just kept doing that again and again and again. Nobody could stop him.
He's got 19. Game high. Caden Cox. And the only 3 he missed was a transition 3 trying to beat the horn in the first half.
Coach calls him over, says, hey, you know that long 3 thing you do? Keep doing it. He's like, Coach, what do you mean? What? We're up by 25.
Smith to the line after the foul. No good. Rebound controlled by Carson Cox. And here come the Riverhawks. Another lob high to Knowles. It goes off the backboard at an out of bounds. Jake Smith was trying to save it.
That was about a 45-foot alley-oop try. Knowles got up, but that thing was way up.
Probably not doing that in the semis tomorrow in a tight one, are you? But in this one, it's like...
If you're up 25, maybe, but not otherwise.
54-29.
The thing is, you don't try that shot unless you've actually completed it before.
Sure.
So they're confident about it.
Wasn't the quarterback throwing it, was it?
No.
That's how, if you're going to do that, you want the quarterback throwing that. Smith, turnaround jumper, pretty move. Woo. Smith doing what he can. He's had a nice day.
Old-time fans will remember Jeff Green played for the Jazz back in the 80s. That was a Jeff Green fadeaway right there.
Yeah. Good analogy.
I said Jeff Green. I combined.
You could have went Jeff Hornacek too.
With Jeff Malone, my bad. And again.
Oh, you were thinking Ricky Green?
Ricky Green, but it was actually Jeff Malone fadeaway. He was so good at those.
That 1 footer.
Yeah. He'd take off 1 foot, but by the time he let go of it, he was 8 feet away. Ricky Green was the fastest of them all, as Hot Rod used to say. Jeff Malone was a 2-guard shooter.
Knowles,
blood or?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Coach is like, they're beating up my guy. If it's out for an injury, then he can pick anybody he wants to come into the game and shoot free throws. And it just so happened Caden Cox was on the bench at the time. So guess who gets to come in and shoot the free throws?
You're 82% free throw shooter. Knowles is 63%. Cox 82%.
That's a little bit of an improvement. The irony would be if he missed, but he didn't.
Cox has got 20. And he'll have one more from the line. And the free throw good.
Obviously the plan was to chip away, and they got it down to 16. Unfortunately for Green Canyon, it's been all Ridgeline since then.
Outside, Wolves. Smith now is going to go. A little hesitation move. Nice little dump down pass. Kick out, open 3, and Ty missed it. Good look by Tanner Ty. Here comes Caden Cox with 16, racing across the half court. All the way down the lane. Bounces it over to Jackman, and a foul. And Jackman will head the line with 9.8 seconds left on the third quarter. Clocking a 56-31 lead for the Riverhawks.
Textbook fast break. As you see Cox here on the replay go all the way to the hole, and then just when you think he's going to shoot it, he hands the ball off. If not for the hard foul, would have been an easy 2.
Jackman to the line. Jackman, 71% free throw shooter. Misses the first. They don't have stats on Green Canyon, by the way. They don't have their stats up on Max Prep. So if you're wondering why I'm giving you all these Ridgeline stats and not Green Canyon, it's because Coach is not putting their stats out online, which some teams don't like to do. And that shot won't go. He misses them both. Here come the Wolves with 4. Smith to the free throw line. Kick out. 3 at the horn, short. No good, out of the hand of Stewart. And through 3, all Ridgeline here in the quarterfinals. They lead Green Canyon 56-31. We'll be back on the 4A State Basketball live stream presented by Stephen Wade.
Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see adamswealthadvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
Start of the fourth quarter here from the Burns Arena, St. George, Utah, home of the Trailblazers. I just looked outside. I haven't looked outside, Andy, and it is overcast and windy out there right now. I didn't even notice. Is there a storm coming in?
There is. Supposed to be a storm tonight, tomorrow, and then Wednesday. Theoretically, we might actually have snow in St. George. We haven't had any for over a year.
Well, for all the Lake Powell boaters out there, they're hoping, northern Utah, Wyoming, Colorado gets hit with that one more big storm. Try to fill up Lake Powell a little bit, huh?
Yeah, we definitely could use the water.
Start of the fourth, extension of the arm or a block. They call the block. And they call it on Strat.
I'd like to just see the mountains get socked and just lots of snowpack. That'll solve a lot of problems.
Even though we haven't got a lot, the runoff has been better this year, so that should help a little bit.
Well, we had a great December, rain-wise.
Right.
But January, nothing.
Nope. It's good golf weather down here in southern Utah. And nice little up and under. Who made that? Is it Smith again? Or was it Mon? Couldn't tell. Kick out. And now a lost handle on the ball, and here comes Green Canyon down 57-33. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Quick three. Got it. Big time three right there by Anderson. He's got 8.
Was trying to climb out of the hole, but 25 is a really big hole.
All the way to the rack, laid up, laid in. And a foul, Jake Smith.
Great ball control. Cupped it with his hand. Got the little scoop. Watch this. He goes in, cups that ball in there, whoop, off the glass and good. And he got hit right upside the head.
We've had a few guys get hit upside the head going to the rim in this Region 11 matchup in the 4A state quarterfinals, presented by Stephen Wade.
I'm thinking that's a 5th foul, by the way. That's why the timeout.
Appreciate Nets on Fire, as well as Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Some of our great partners bringing you the live stream. If you're watching on KSLSports.com, 4astate.com, or sportsradio977.com. Same link for the live stream. And now timeout. And it's going to be a full. We'll step aside, 60-second timeout. 60-36. Ridgeline flexing their muscles in the fourth quarter over Green Canyon.
I'm going to take that.
That was Dustin doing that one-handed roller skate thing right there, right just now, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Dustin.
Green Canyon out of the timeout, going to work, down 60-36. Devin Dixon, Andy Griffin with you here from the Burns Arena. Dustin and Matt producing. A couple different camera angles from our crew here bringing the live stream. Hard drive, and off the window short, but a foul. Mon will head to the line.
In case you're wondering, Devin does a daily show with Andy Thompson.
That's why I made that mistake.
Thompson twice.
Well, and you and I don't work together as much as we used to because you're doing the morning show on our News Talk KDXU, so you usually do the high school games on that one, and I stay on 97.7. So, in fact, this is the first basketball game we've worked together all year.
Yeah.
Well, earlier today was.
We don't get together as much as we used to. We should.
We got some more though coming tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yep.
Shot up and in.
State semis again tomorrow. We'll pit Skyview and Snow Canyon in the early game at 6 o'clock. It's the boys' side. Late game, Dixie and the winner of this game, and barring a miracle comeback by the Wolves, it's going to be Dixie versus Ridgeline.
23-point lead right now, and Ridgeline trying to add a triple to that one. No, skips off no good. Tracked down in the corner by Anderson. Jared Anderson will push it ahead, flip it over to Smith. Smith goes to a spin move and can't finish. Oh, great move, just couldn't get it to go.
Beautiful spin.
It's Booth, lobs it high, inside, spin move, bank, no. Couldn't get it. That was Sorensen. Jackman getting maybe a break for the rest of this one, trying to save the legs for the big man.
Yeah, you got to win. If you're going to be state champ, you got to win 3 games in 3 days.
And shot up, tip in, no, and rebound controlled by Smith of Ridgeline. Jake Smith. And now a steal. Here comes, and now turnover the other way. Back and forth we go.
The young guys playing, right? Little JV action.
You got Smith still out there that started. Simmons. But yeah, you got Caden Cox and Jackman too, and Knowles. Your 3 big scorers getting a breather right now and maybe done for the afternoon.
I was going to say they're probably done for the day. If it was a normal week, you would not see them done for the day. But when you've got you've got to get 3 wins in 3 days. Plus, Ridgeline didn't play on Friday, but a lot of teams play on Friday as well. Actually, I think Skyview was the only team that actually played Friday. That's going to be in the semis.
Yeah.
So King and Dixie Ridgeline with buys.
You're right. And sometimes a tune-up game can help you. I mean, obviously, you look at Skyview and Coach Hilliard probably tell you, hey, maybe that was the best thing to play for us. Get another game, get a little confidence going, taste that playoff before you get to this setting. I don't know.
Yeah, but sometimes
fatigue could set in, though.
Your legs betray you, yep.
Usually not on a Monday, but maybe Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, you think about Skyview. They have to win Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's 4 wins in 5 days.
Yep. And a turnaround jumper by Smith. That won't go. Tip up. That won't go. Rebound controlled finally by Sorensen. And then it's stolen away. A kick out. Green Canyon drives the baseline. Up and under. Left-hand shot won't go. Rebound put back up and in by Caden Stewart.
No fight. No fight has gone away yet for this Green Canyon Wolves. Now you just ignore it. They're not going to win this game. You just ignore the scoreboard now and you say, guys, play hard. This is it. Last game of the year.
Nice driving lay-in for Simmons with the right hand from the right side. Strat's got 5. 62-39, under 3:45 left to play here in the 4th quarter. 3-pointer from Anderson. Back iron too strong. Rebound Cox. Cox will kick it over to Sorensen. Looking inside, nothing there. Goes back to the wing. Simmons will hoist and hit. Strat Simmons with the triple.
Strat with the headband. Mane of hair. Shows he can shoot. Maybe not as good as Cox, but pretty good.
Whistle on a foul. 3:12 left. 65-39.
I think Strat got the foul too.
Mon will inbound, and Strat will check out. No, Strat's still in there. Will Booth checked out. Shot from the corner by Mon, no. Here comes Carson Cox. The gamble on the steal. He keeps going right to the middle of the floor and scores it on a run.
I kept waiting for the kick, and he just kept it and went coast to coast.
Carson Cox, first field goal of the game. He got 6. And a whistle and a foul called on Sorensen down low, and the Wolves will head to the line with 2:50 left to play.
Remember girls basketball, the live stream right here. Starting with the first game, Skyview Mountain Crest at 4:10. 5:50, it's Desert Hills Hurricane. And then at 7:30, Ridgeline takes on Dixie. Ridgeline, the #1 seed. And Snow Canyon and Green Canyon will cap off the night at 9:10 tonight, late nighter. With Region 10 hanging a lot of their hopes on that Desert Hills, undefeated Region champ. I think they went undefeated in Region 2 years in a row, didn't they?
Yeah, but Ridgeline is just as good. The 1 and the 2 seeds. Will it be a collision course, or can somebody crash the party? We'll see on the girls' side. A little back and forth. Pass it over to the corner to Garvert. Riley Garvert into the game now. Sorensen elbow jumper, pure.
Yeah, beautiful. Kept his elbow in like the coach will tell you to do. Nice jump shot.
69-40. Lead up to 29. Smith driving, blocked away. It'll stay with the Wolves.
Of course, state semifinals tomorrow. 2 and 3:40 for the girls. For the boys, 6 and 7:40. We'll have them all for you here, streaming live online.
Strass Simmons, Carson Cox checking out. More waves of bench players coming in for Ridgeline. Inside, jumper right there from 4 feet out. Good by Anderson. He's got 7 of his 10 in the second half.
Had to wait for the technology to catch up, but boy, we're sure grateful it's here now. You can watch these games. I'll actually go home and watch some of the girls' tournament games on my big screen, ultra high def. It's gonna be fun.
How'd you not draw some games tonight?
Well, I had one, but
ran a foul down low, and heading to the line will be Zach Skinner, who just checked into the game. Figured you'd watch, take the night off.
Yeah, well, you know, I
enjoy a little bit of a holiday.
I actually go into work at 4:30 in the morning, so for me, they wanted me to do a late game. I'm like, yeah. How about you guys go ahead and do that? A lot of guys want to do games.
Gotta get my shut eye. Gotta get my.
Gotta get 5 or 6 hours. So I'll do morning show tomorrow, and then we'll be back on the air with the boys on radio and internet stream.
Skinner free throw good. Second one in the air, and that one pops out no good. Sorensen grabs the rebound, but falls, but it's controlled by Garvert. Get it out to Workman. Workman drive down the lane. They say double foul on Sorensen and Tanner Ty, I believe.
It's the official trying to make sure they keep things under control. It's a blowout. Don't want any tempers to flare. So these guys kind of bumped each other getting up. I'm going to go ahead and call a double foul. Bad news for Green Canyon. That's 5.
So obviously Caden Cox's day is done. He's got a game-high 22. Hasn't played the last, 5.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. 3 won't go by Ridgeline. Offensive putback, no problem, though, for Mr. Sorensen. Luke Sorensen with his second field goal here in the fourth quarter. And Canyon doesn't have the size Ridgeline has, do they?
Nope.
1:30 to play. Lead all the way up to 30 now.
Bodes well for some good matchups tomorrow, though, size-wise.
Dixie did play Ridgeline in the Coach Watt Classic, if you remember. And Ridgeline beat him pretty good. Bucket good by the Wolves. Who scored that, AG? Is it Caden Stewart again, I believe? 1:02 and ticking, 72-44. Ridgeline on their way to the semifinals. Deep 3, good. And he does a little gritty. Little gritty from Riley Garvert. I want to see you do the gritty.
I don't even know what that is. That's how old I am.
Well, didn't you see the dance he just did?
Well, yeah.
That's the gritty.
That's the gritty, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do it. I've never tried. I can't even do the fancy like dance that my girls are all doing. They're trying to teach me. I was lost. They'll dribble it out. Last 25 seconds.
Your daughter's quite a dancer, right?
Got a couple dancers, yeah.
Nice.
Lucy drill and dance. Both.
Also a golfer.
Yep. Vivi same. My youngest daughter, though, soccer, volleyball, basketball, flag football. No dance.
No dance.
No golf either, though. That'll do it. 5-4. And the season will come to an end for Green Canyon. 75-44, your final score. Andy, your thoughts. How good does Ridgeline look today?
Well, you know, when you start the game with 4 straight three-pointers before the other team has scored, it's almost a done conclusion at that point. Caden Cox was spectacular. Probably the best player on the floor today, and then the size of Ridgeline was too much for Green Canyon to handle. No surprise that Ridgeline won. A little surprised that it was as big a blow at it as it was, but boy, I'm looking forward to some great semifinal basketball tomorrow.
All right, well, that'll do it for us for the live stream of this one, but more coming up. We get to the girls' quarterfinals. We'll take a break. We'll be back with a little bit of pregame show. Our live stream presented by Stephen Wade Auto and great other local sponsors. Again, the final for you on the We Win scoreboard, 75-44. Riverhawks punch their ticket. They'll play Dixie tomorrow night. And on the other half of the semifinals, Skyview versus Snow Canyon. Girls will come up. We got 4 more games right here on your home for 4A State Boys and Girls State Championships, so stay with us.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
This next game will be the first of the quarterfinal games for the girls, featuring 14 Stokey Warriors and 15 Green Canyon Warriors. Bridgeline is still one against the Martin Chris.